A very good Tuesday morning to everybody out there. Landon here with you in the driver's seat, bringing you your latest weather or not forecast courtesy of On Target. Got a cloud deck out there with us morning, folks, along with some scattered sprinkles across the Wobbles community. This is going to continue throughout the early part of today, here over the course of the next hour or two. Then we should see rays of sunshine slowly come back into the mix. You can take a look here at the latest satellite view. You can see that curtain of the cloud cover that is stretching in here from the west. Got a warm front trying to poke in here all the way into far northeastern Arkansas. This is going to help bring a little bit warmer, more humid conditions back into the fold today. That's really going to crank up as we progress throughout the remainder of this week. Getting a look across the region, Skycam overlooking Lover's Lane and the Loops Trails. Got the blanket of cloud cover present over there in that direction. We can jog a little bit further south near the Tennessee line, the B.H. James Distiller Skycam, showcasing a little bit clearer skies there with more sunshine coming apparent early this morning. Temperatures and dew points are a little bit higher than what they were this time yesterday. We are much warmer in the temperature department by some 7 to 10 degrees across the entire region. Dew points creeping up. It's right around the lower 60s. It's not going to be terrible today. Holding out between the low and mid 60s, but folks, by the time we get into our Thursday and Friday on into the start of the weekend, we could be looking at dew points back up to around the 70-degree mark. We got scattered shower and storm chances that's going to come back into the fold during that time, some of which could become strong to potentially even severe. Getting a look here at the latest surface map, you can see we've got this weather maker that's impacting Missouri and Arkansas that we were just looking at there on the satellite view this morning. High pressure meandering along and north of the region across the Midwest is going to help mitigate that weather maker and keep it just west of the region as we work throughout basically the entirety of today, all right? So let's jump over here and let's talk about what's going to unfold for us as far as sensible weather impacts are concerned. You will note this morning, we got this little batch of these scattered light sprinkles that's been impacting the region. We have received a few reports of those sprinkles making it to the ground. Nothing to get worked up about whatsoever. Might have some wet pavement here and there on the morning commute. By the time we roll into mid-morning, the drier low levels return. Clouds are going to begin to scatter out, and we're going to have more sunshine here by the time we work into midday on into this afternoon. And you can see here, folks, the rain chances are going to remain mitigated here well off to our west, so we should remain dry in that retrospect. Now let's talk about what's going to be unfolding as we work throughout the remainder of the week. We're looking at precipitable water values, the amount of moisture content available within a column of the atmosphere, all right? You can see with the sprinkles this morning, they're a little bit higher, right around 1.5 inches. But as we work throughout the latter part of our Wednesday into Thursday, you can see here, folks, getting into Wednesday, the higher precipitable water values are still going to be mitigated just west of the region, with that area of high pressure keeping that mitigated just west of the Wobbles community here. That's going to keep us dry throughout that time frame, but however, folks, take a look as we get into Wednesday night and then we progress into our Wednesday and Thursday. We're going to have a cold front that's going to be approaching out of the north and west, and you can see here as we work throughout our Thursday and then get into our Friday, we got precipitable water values punching upwards or northwards of 2 inches. That is very high for this time of year. So with that available moisture content, with the cold front arriving from the north, providing the needed lift within our atmosphere, this is a recipe that's going to equate to more prominent rain and storm chances for us. By the time we roll into the latter part of our Thursday into Thursday night and early Friday morning, this is what our setup is going to look like. This cold front's going to be plowing through here. It's going to be taking its sweet time. It's not going to get south and east of the area until we work into our Saturday morning. So we're going to be continuing to keep the rounds of scattered shower and storm chances intact beginning on Thursday. Taking place here is what we're looking at, the surface map early Friday morning. And this is going to be the time frame, folks, so we're going to watch for some of these storms to become strong to severe, all right? Thursday into Friday is what the focus is going to be on. Then you'll note here, folks, Friday night on into our Saturday morning, we're going to keep chances of showers and storms around with the cold front kind of hanging up, and as what we previously mentioned, moving at a snail's pace south and east of the region. So we get into Saturday afternoon and evening, and then we work into our Sunday. We still have the opportunity of a few hit-miss rain showers out there, and then rolling into the early days of next week, we got another weather maker and cold front approaching here from the north and west late Tuesday into Wednesday. We'll need to keep eyes on that, folks, with what appears to be a much more active pattern that's going to be returning on Thursday, and then a couple of other disturbances following suit in the parade through the early and middle part of next week, roughly a week total from today, all right? As previously mentioned, we're keeping our eyes on Thursday and Friday. You can see here the Storm Prediction Center is bringing a level 1 out of 5 on the severe weather risk right along the northwestern border of Wobbles country, so that'll be worth keeping close eyes on. Right now, it looks like excessive rainfall and flooding and damaging winds will be our primary concern. We'll obviously be keeping very close eyes on this as we work throughout the course of the next 24 to 48 hours and bringing you the latest updates should they be deemed necessary. Total rainfall amounts coming along with this. We had nearly an inch of rainfall forecast yesterday. Take it with a grain of salt, folks. This is valid all the way through Tuesday of next week. We've got numerous disturbances coming in at different time frames over the course of the next 5 to 7 days. But we've been dry here over the past week or so we could use a little bit of additional rainfall if I do say so myself. We have another named storm out in the Atlantic. Tropical Storm Ernesto came to fruition yesterday and throughout the overnight hours, bringing tropical storms down near Puerto Rico. That's going to be pulling off there to the north and east, becoming a hurricane. But as of this current video, it remains to be seen, but it should remain well out off of the East Coast, bringing no sensible weather impacts to the continental United States. Here's your full 6-day forecast weather breakdown brought to you by Ohio Valley Insurance. Going to be partly sunny today, a few degrees warmer, but with dew points hanging between the low and mid 60s for this time of year. We'll take it all day, every day. But after today, folks, the heat and humidity crank back up across the region. Upper 80s, lower 90s tomorrow. The same song and dance Thursday into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Scattered shower and storm chances each and every day will be making an appearance with a focus on Thursday into Friday whenever parameters should be maximized to potentially create some of those storms becoming strong to even severe. That'll wrap up your Tuesday morning Weather or Not forecast brought to you by On Target. You all take care of yourselves and each other. Have a fantastic second day of the work week.